What's up, everyone? Now, it's been announced today that Paul Heyman is going to be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, I think it's long overdue, but at the same time, I think something that not a lot of people are going to mention is I think this may mean that it's nearing the end of his career. I don't know why. In the past, anyone that's, well, I guess Jerry Lawler is an exception to the rule, and even Jim Ross, but like Ric Flair, and I mean, I know Stone Cold wasn't an on-air character at the time or an active competitor, but when he retired, basically, that was kind of the end of him coming back and forth and this and that. I mean, really after that, his career, he did Tough Enough, and that was about it. I know he's here like once every 5 years, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is Paul Heyman, and I mean, I was honestly listening to a Sandman Shoot interview earlier, and just I don't know, I've been listening to a couple other interviews, like a Raven Shoot interview, and just yeah, Paul Heyman and ECW. I don't think he gets like longer it's away. I mean, it's like 30 years ago when ECW started, but ECW really was the revolution, no pun intended, for the whole peak of the business, the whole Attitude Era. They helped. I mean, WCW. You can really credit the whole NWO angle to Eric Bischoff in Japan. He stole the angle from Japan, plus stealing, plus having Ted Turner's bank account, or his payroll rather, plus being more realistic. But I'm going on a tangent again, but just back to Paul Heyman. I think it's long overdue. I think he's had a lot of ups and downs in WWE. I think he's been in their graces, been pushed at the door, been back in good graces, been pushed at the door. I mean, he almost took over TNA like 10, 15 years ago, like 15 years ago, if you remember it. I think something that gets not really brought up anymore is this whole run, even with CM Punk. When you look back on that, I think he did way better as CM Punk's manager than what he's doing now. I just think, I mean, I'm more of a casual fan now. I'm not going to claim I watch every single episode of Raw. I don't, but it just seems like he's just there. It just, I've said it before. I've had a million channels on YouTube, but it's like, bro, the whole storyline of the Samoan little family, it just seems boring to me. Like, I like that Roman Reigns is a heel. I like it. He's a way better heel than babyface. I mean, I never really got the backlash. I mean, I it went from like overnight to the fans loving to hating Roman Reigns. I never really got that. I always thought he had a good look, and he was cooler than Seth Rollins at the time, and he was really all he had. I mean, he was better than Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio and a couple other options, and Ziggler and other people. So I really don't get the hate. So, but he, he might be credited for even saving Roman Reigns' career in hindsight when you look back on it, or being part of the solution. And then I've even brought up him, Mr. Three-Way with Vinnie Mac, but Brock Lesnar, I mean, he basically made Brock Lesnar. I mean, I know Brock Lesnar would still be a star without Paul Heyman, but if you didn't have Paul Heyman as a manager from the jump, he might have just been a mid-carder at best, because he was never good on the mic. I mean, later on, like a couple years into it, he didn't get good. Brock didn't get good on the mic until he was getting ready to leave WWE the first time. And I haven't really seen anything on. I mean, I watch here and there. Like I said, I'm a casual fan. I really haven't seen anything great from Brock Lesnar on the mic. And the best thing I can think of him on the mic is the little Eddie Guerrero angle. But I'm just going on a tangent. Just also, I forgot that WrestleMania is in Philadelphia this year, so that's makes a lot of sense why Paul Heyman's going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. But like I was saying earlier, I just think that this is more of a sign of maybe Paul Heyman might be packing things up. Maybe he might not be around much longer, which, yeah, he's got to be. He's got to be pushing 60. I don't know how old he is exactly. 55, 60, somewhere in there. I don't know. I don't know how he still does it. Plus, I don't know. Does he still help book behind the scenes? I know he used to do that. I don't think he does actually anymore when I think about it, but who knows? I'm sure he still gives ideas. Him and Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes, they're like, and Paul, but I mean, if TKO is still gonna come in and take over and boot all Vince's guys out, then maybe he sees the writing on the wall, anyways. But I think that Paul Heyman is a wrestling super genius. He's a super evil genius. He's the North version of Jim Cornette. Him and Cornette and other people are some of the best minds in wrestling history. So, I mean, really, there's no new generation. I mean, Gabe Sapolsky, there's no new generation Paul Heyman. That's a one of a kind. It's kind of a lost art, manager and promoter, etc. But congrats to Paul. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Paul Heyman down below being inducted. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.